Yeah, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
8-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Waiting. Deep. Check 26, check 26, check 3. Hey. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He finds Corey Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 46 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jack Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack, Minshew. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Minshew's pass intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Adam Humphries. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we do. To time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jack Crawford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. We're calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun give to Fournette, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
29-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
He'll have a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Check.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Henry on the carry.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll run. It's Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
On the carry for Jackson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Gardner Minshew sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun is Minshew. His throw caught right around the 6. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And sometimes change can be good, and Chris Conley with a nice catch there is showing us exactly how. First 4 seasons in Kansas City, kind of buried on the depth chart there. First year in Jacksonville last year, career highs in yardage with 775, and added 5 touchdowns to that list as well.
Jaguars 10, Titans 7.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
22-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On first down, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw, Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, it's Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Solid carry there by Leonard Fournette, and last year he achieved his career high in rushing yards with nearly 1,200. Ranked 4th in the AFC, 7th in the NFL. Loves to carry the football and gets stronger as the game goes on.
A pass complete here to Conley. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Pass complete to
Chris Conley, 48 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And it's up and good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Josh Lambo to kick.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
2nd and 5.
From the 27, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, it's Evans. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Good for a Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Evans. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Again, it's Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
25-yard line.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Minshew on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Jacksonville, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.